Hi everybody, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. It's yours truly, Ari, and y'all, today I'm finally doing it. I'm finally starting my virtual life podcast. I've been wanting to do this for years now, a couple years now. I started this podcast actually in 2020, and it's called the Pretty Party Podcast. I started it back then. It was my real life podcast, but I made one episode and never did it again, honey. I think in 2020 we were just doing stuff, okay? Like everybody was just doing anything, and I was one of those people. Podcast was it was a thing that everybody was doing. Like you could look at your favorite YouTuber right now and I bet you they got a podcast. TikTok and trying new business ventures, and 2020 was just an interesting year and whatever, but I stopped doing that for years because like I said, I did one episode and then I was like, oh, I'm doing virtual, like I'm doing Second Life. I should do a podcast on Second Life, like, because most podcasts, it's like faceless. You just a screen and you just listen, or it's an audio thing. So I'm like, okay, let's just do it on Second Life. We'll have a whole setup and it'll be cute. And so that is what is going on. I am in my home and I have a room decorated for it, so it says "You're like really pretty" on the neon sign behind me, and I think that is just so freaking cute. And then I also have my cameraman Dan here. His name is Daniel, but we just call him Dan. He don't talk much, so don't say nothing about how he look, okay? But he's here because when I have more people, then he'll be panning the camera. But anyways, hi, I'm so excited to be here. If you are new here, my name is Ariel, or Ari for short, whatever you really want to call me. It don't matter. Just be respectful. And I'm here to yap. Okay, listen, I have my master's degree from Yappington University in Yap technology. So I'm a pro at this. Like, I know what I'm doing. You don't know. You just don't know. So I hope you're ready to learn how to yap. So anyways, hi, I am 23 years old. I'm trying to tell you guys a little bit about myself. It's like whenever somebody tells me to tell about myself, I don't really know what to say. But I'm 23 years old. I just graduated college last year, and this is my YouTube channel. I usually post gaming videos like Second Life, The Sims, VR chat, Fortnite, Roblox, whatever the case may be. Lately, it's only been Second Life because I've just been heavily invested in it. But also at the same time, I haven't made a SL video for real. I've just been doing like little tutorials here and there. So I'm trying to get back into the flow of things. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of this is just kind of I'm lacking a little bit just because I've been focused on real life a lot. Like my life has changed drastically in the last like 2.5 months. I'm not even gonna lie, like completely changed for the better. Okay. And we'll get into all of the details and all that good stuff in a little bit. But yeah, I like to create gaming videos. I like to do real life videos too. I did have a real life channel where I used to vlog all the time, and I used to make like hair videos, tutorials and stuff like that. But girl, my confidence went down the drain, and I'm slowly building it back up to just be back on platforms like that. So for now, this is what I look like currently in real life. So y'all won't be calling me no catfish or saying she's scared to show her face. Like, no, I'm not. But, well, I am kind of, not gonna lie. My confidence has been low. But like I said, we're building it up slowly. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, let's just get into it. Today, I just wanted to talk about everything and anything, just kind of about me and my life and where I'm at in my life right now. I have been very open about my mental health, and I definitely advocate for positive mental health from here on out. Like, absolutely, I'm definitely the advocator for it because I've been through it, drugged through the mud, brought back out, and now we're on the other side. We survived. We made it through, honey. We made it through, and I can't be more blessed. I can't be more thankful. I am so grateful to be here today. Y'all don't even understand. So much has went on in my life, but we survived, and I know things go on in everybody's life, but if you're here today, like, you're survived, you made it, and I'm so proud of you. And I hope you understand, like, I love you. If you're watching this video, I really do love and I appreciate you, and If you subscribe to me, thank you so much. Like, y'all don't get it. I wish I could give everybody a hug, but one, that's unsanitary, and two, I don't know 20,000 people, so it's kind of weird. for like, imagine hugging 20,000 people in one day. My arms will fall off, but definitely going home sick. Anyways, I'm just getting off topic. That's what I do. That's a true professional yapper's job, is to get off topic. But I'm an advocate for mental health for sure. And I've been very, very open about my mental health on my channel throughout the years. When I first started this channel, I just wanted to play The Sims. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I bought a whole gaming computer just to play The Sims with a lot of mods. I had no intentions of really playing Second Life. I didn't even think I would learn this game until I did learn it. Shout out to Mila, shout out to Carmen, shout out to Ivory, shout out Little Pixel Chick Simmer. Like, shout out to a lot of y'all who have even made it possible for me to even learn this game, and like gave me the inspiration to get into this game, because it's been a journey. Like, I first heard about Second Life when I was 15, I think. I was a sophomore in high school, and I saw this game on YouTube. I think I was seeing Mila, or I don't know who I was seeing. I think it was Mila though. I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so cool. It's so much better than IMVU. Da, 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 da. I was heavily invested in IMVU back then. So yeah, I'm an OG IMVU girl. And I had an IMVU YouTube as well, but that's another story for another day. What am I trying to say? I didn't know how to do it back then. Plus, I was broke, didn't have a job, didn't have no money, and my parents was definitely not about to pay for me to get Lyndon's to create an avatar, and I didn't even know how to. Like, I did the tutorials back when, like, you automatically had wings. Do y'all remember that? Like, the characters that had wings on them, and then you had to go through like SL University. Does anybody remember that? Because every time I try to talk about it to somebody, nobody knows what I'm talking about. But there was a university on SL when you first joined. It was like Second Life Island, University Island or something, and you had to go through a tutorial to learn how to fly, to learn how to walk, and all these different things. And that's as much as I could learn. Like, I didn't know how to put a character together to make her look cute, so I gave up, and plus it wasn't free, and I just stuck to my IMVU. Now, once I finally got of age and I had my own money and I was able to do my own thing, I had my own card and stuff, girl, I was buying things. I was buying stuff on IMVU. Then I started to transition into Second Life in 2020 pandemic. Okay, I was bored. People was posting videos, and I was like, hold on, let me see what this is about. So I finally took the time to learn it, and here we are on my channel, which a lot of y'all come from my Second Life videos. I'm not gonna lie. Some of y'all come from my Sims videos, because I do have a small Sim community, but then again, they kind of overlap, because people who play The Sims also play Second Life, or people who play Second Life also play The Sims or other virtual life games. So yeah, they kind of just overlap, and I don't know. I'm very grateful for each and every last one of y'all on here, no matter what you like to watch me play. I'm off topic again. I was trying to talk about mental health. I guess what I was trying to say is that I've just been very open about it on my channel throughout my videos, just telling you guys the things that have, like, if I'm feeling okay or the things that are bothering me. And right now, y'all, just to update, I am feeling 10 out of 10. I'm a 10 out of 10 right now. Like, I feel on top of the world. I feel like the world is mine. I could do anything that I want and I will succeed. That's how I feel right now. Not every day is a 10-10 day, but majority of my days lately have been amazing. And although I never thought I would make it to this position, I made it. Like, I made it through the drought of unhappiness. Okay. A lot of it had to do with school. A lot of it had to do with like overstaying in situations that I didn't have no business staying in. Friendships that I had no business staying in, or being friends with these people, whatever the case may be. So now that I'm like in a new space, I'm just like feeling a whole new wave of energy, y'all. Like, everything around me is positive. I don't see things negatively anymore. Like, or if things that are negative come about, I'm always just kind of like, you know what, like, let's take the high road. you know, part of me is like, damn, did my frontal lobe develop early? Because I'm only 23, y'all. I'm about to turn 24 in August. But it's like my brain, it just changed completely out of nowhere. Or slowly. I don't know. I've always kind of been a little bit more mature. Like growing up, I've always kind of had a more mature mindset. Not saying that I was grown or nothing like that. Because I was still a kid at 16. I was still acting like a kid at 16. I still act like a kid now, but like in the sense of like my mindset, it's just been a little bit more developed than like normal, I guess. So I've always kind of thought differently about different things, and I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. Truth be told, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know. I just feel different. I feel happier. I feel more in tune with myself. I feel at peace. Okay. I prayed for this peace though. I prayed and I worked for this peace. I kid you not. I know some people was like, oh, I pray for peace. I just want peace in my life. But when you get this kind of peace, don't complain about it. Do not complain, because this is what peace looks like. It's quiet. It's not chaotic. It's not drama. I never really liked drama anyway, and I never really engaged myself in drama and stuff like that. But when I was like friends with certain people, or when I was dealing with certain people romantically, or you know, whatever the case, platonically, it was still kind of messy. It wasn't like drama like I'm gonna air your stuff out on the internet type of thing, but it was drama in the sense of like, this is so complicated for what? Like, what are we really doing? So now that I'm like out of these situations, and now that I'm like in my own bubble, I feel amazing. I feel great. I feel empowered. I feel strong. I feel happy. Okay. I haven't been able to say I feel happy in so long, like years. In the last like 4 years of my life, I would say two and a half years, it's been really rough. But in the last 4 years overall, so many things have changed. 4 years ago, we already know COVID started, and it ruined a lot for like everybody. And truth be told, I was happy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm an introvert. So I was happy that we didn't have to go to school. I was happy I ain't had to go out to work. I ain't had to do nothing I didn't want to do. I was happy. I was good. My YouTube was thriving. I was just really excited to finally get recognition on the things that I was doing on YouTube, like editing and all of these different things. Even though some people are like, oh, it's just gaming. Like, what's so talented about that? But it's like, okay, but do you sit and take the time to learn a game that's so hard to learn? Or do you sit and take the time to learn how to edit and do these amazing things? And I've always wanted to do YouTube for ever since I started, or probably since like 2012, something like that. I don't know. I've always wanted to do YouTube. I started a YouTube channel when I was 12, and back then it was like real life. Like I was doing makeup, hair, dance. I was doing all kinds of other videos. And then I was like, you know what, let's get into the gaming scene in 2020, because I was heavily inspired by the girlies who play The Sims. Shout out to Zarela, Carmen, Kalia, like everybody. Shout out to Berlin. I love you, bae. Like, okay, I'm sorry. If you watch this, I'm sorry. Shout out to those people. Shout out to RDC. Literally everybody, okay? Everybody in the gaming community that you can really think of. Shout out to those people, because they were heavily influenced by them. And I was just like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just start a gaming channel. And although I haven't been as diverse as I would like to be lately, I am working on getting back into diversifying my content instead of just Second Life. So currently a lot of my audience only likes to watch Second Life videos or Sims videos, which is great because those are the two games that I love to play the most. But I also love to play like Fortnite and Roblox and all these other games. So just saying, be on the lookout for other types of videos instead of just these. But anyways, I'm getting way off topic. I guess what I'm trying to say is I was in college when COVID hit, so things got a little bit easier for me. I was not really learning stuff in college. I'm not gonna lie, I really wasn't learning at all. I didn't have no class to go to. I just had work to do, and I kind of put that on the back burner sometimes because I was like, all right, I'm making some money. It wasn't a lot of money, by the way. It was not even more than $1,000. It wasn't more than 500. So let's say that. But I was making some money off of Second Life on YouTube, and I was like, okay, this got the potential to turn into a lot. Like, this had the potential to be my career, something that I have always wanted to do, YouTube, for a very long time. And with this platform, I could venture off and do other things in the future. I used to tell people I've always wanted to own a dance studio, and I still have always wanted to just be like an editor for like larger projects like movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Obviously, I think you have to go to school for that type of stuff, so I have been thinking about it. But you know, just stuff like that. I always think about, I want to do a lot of different things, not just one thing in my life. And I just was like, this could definitely give me that platform to go after my dreams, because a lot of people don't have the opportunities to chase after their dreams because it involves money, and not a lot of people got money, especially these days, because niggas is owing tax money. Okay, I ain't gonna get into it, but IRS, if you're listening, because I know you are, y'all listening to everything that we say, IRS, the federal government, everybody, listen up for a second. How the hell do we owe money because we got a job? Y'all hate single people without kids. That's one thing I know. The U.S. government hates single people without kids. I don't get it. But anyways, that's besides the point. Okay. Anyways, like I was trying to say, my whole life just kind of has just been, or the last couple of years of my life have just been interesting. It's been a lesson learned for sure. Hasn't been my best mentally. I've been open about my mental health on my channel. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. 2020, it was great. 2021, it was pretty good as well. I think when things started to kind of go downhill was 2022, at the end of 2022, because at the beginning and in the summertime, things were great. I had a lot of fun. I was still in school, but I was slacking a lot more. Like, I wasn't doing my homework as much as I was supposed to. I wasn't doing the school lectures and watching them and stuff. I was just like, fuck it, I don't care. I'm finna go make some YouTube videos, because this is what's gonna do for me. Like, I gotta make some money. It wasn't much money, but I gotta make something. So that's what I was doing. And I got not held back. You don't get held back in college, but I was originally supposed to graduate in 2022. And that was like the start of it all. Like, I was so sad because all of my real life friends, my college friends, were graduating in 2022, and I was also supposed to, and I didn't. And I was so sad about it. I really was. Like, it hurt my feelings. It's not their fault, but I was mad at myself. I was just mad because I'm like, how did I allow this to happen? I've never not did anything on time academically. Like, I graduated high school on time. I graduated kindergarten on time. Like, I done everything on time except for college. And I went to therapy for it. I went to therapy a couple times for that. And I ghosted my therapist in 2022. I ghosted her because I was like, you're just not saying the right things that I want to hear. I'm sorry, ma'am. If you're listening, I don't even know who she is anymore. I don't know her name. I just remember I blocked her number. I blocked her email. I blocked everything because I just didn't want to do it anymore. It was free therapy, by the way. So no, I did not ghost her and not pay her anything. It was like free therapy for Black girls that I found, an organization, which I think they still do it. You do have to sign up and like get selected for it. So that's kind of how I got selected to get free therapy for like 4 weeks. But I ghosted her on the last week. Yeah, sorry, girl. I'm sorry. I was just going through it, and I don't know, mentally I was not okay. But that was definitely the start of like my deeper depression. 2022 in the summer, I did go to DreamCon, and that like kind of helped it a little bit. I was super excited because I learned a lot about myself there. Kind of like I learned a lot about the things that I wanted to do over this 3-day weekend event. I got to see a lot of my favorite people that I love to watch on YouTube and Twitch, and it was just such a cool vibe. Like, I felt like I was living again, because that was like the first big event that I had went to since COVID had started. Like, it was parties that weekend. I ended up getting COVID, by the way, so that sucks, but it was parties that weekend. It was like the convention. It was just so inspirational, and it just made me, it made me know what I wanted to do, which was like social media and gaming and like voice acting. I don't think I'm a great voice actor, by the way, but I feel like I could with the proper training or acting. I don't know. It's just so many things that it opened my eyes to. And then after that, things got worse for me at the end of 2022. I met the person that I was like heavily invested into. And at first it was great. Things were going good. I was like, listen, I don't care. I wasn't trying to fall in love, but a girl ended up falling in love. I'm not going to lie. I ended up falling for this person, and I don't even know how, because when I look back on it, I just accepted anything, honey. It's kind of embarrassing. I'm not going to get into details in this video or this podcast because I'm still kind of healing from it, and I'm still trying to piece it together without feeling embarrassed. But I feel very embarrassed about the whole entire situation. But I met this person, and that person slowly became like the only person that I was talking to for a little bit, because I stopped talking to my other friends. In real life, I stopped talking to those people kind of because everybody had graduated already. Everybody was like going off, living their best life, getting married, moving to different states and countries or whatever. And I was just still here struggling to finish school and, just trying to figure out who the hell I am. And it got very emotional. So I was just kind of confiding in this person and just relying on this person to make me happy, essentially. A lot of my confidence definitely went down the drain while dealing with this person because, I was just not getting the treatment that I wanted. I'm a hopeless romantic, okay, y'all? So I be hoping everything is a fairy tale. I be wanting my love life to be a movie. So when I wasn't getting that out of this person, I was just essentially being desperate for more, essentially trying to change this person. And let me tell you guys something. You can't change nobody. Nobody is going to change for you, me, the president, Obama, Michelle Obama, Ariana Grande. They're not changing for anybody unless they want to change. And that's something I absolutely had to learn the hard way. Like, I went through all of this unnecessary trauma just to learn that you can't change nobody. And I feel so much happier now, but I just wish I didn't take this long to learn it. Anyways, the situation was good at first, and then it wasn't. Going into 2023, that's when I officially started to literally lose everybody in my life, like except for that person. Friendships, virtual life friendships, not friends with y'all no more. Friends from in real life and in college, I wasn't speaking to them as much anymore because it's like we don't get to hang out. I was only getting to see them like once or twice a year because, we all lived in different states or different cities, and it was not attainable to see them every day how we used to see each other when we were in college or when we were like in the same city or area. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Things just got really dark for me at the beginning of 2023. And then going in towards like May, April, it started to be a little bit better for me because I was finally graduating, which I did graduate, and I'm so happy about it. But things started to look up for me because I graduated. I was happy about that. I was done with school. I have been in school since pre-K or even before pre-K, Head Start. I guess that's the same thing, but I've been in school since I was like 4 years old, 3 years old, something like that. So I've never had a break from school. It's always been school. So once that happened, once I finally finished that, I was like, okay, now what? I got to find a job. And I didn't really want a job that I didn't like. So it's just been a struggle to find something that I was going to be able to deal with mentally, because I was already depressed and mentally drained from interactions with people or from my lack of success of graduating college on time and getting internships and stuff like that. I was already sad about it, but I didn't get a job for like another 6 months or something like that. I was still unemployed. Who calling my phone? Don't call my phone. Somebody from California. It might be. Listen, I've been applying to jobs. It might be I'm not answering that right now. Leave me a voice note. Nah, I'll call you back. Anyways, do anybody else do that? I don't answer phone numbers I don't know unless I'm expecting, and I'm not expecting a phone call, but I have been applying to jobs recently. So anyways, that's besides the point. um I started to make a little bit more friends in after I graduated, or a little bit before I graduated last year, and they are so amazing. I still talk to them now, and I love them. Like, I feel reciprocated energy when it comes to my friendships, platonic relationships, and my romantic relationships. They need to be mutual. They need to be reciprocal, because when they're not, they're draining, and that's how friendships break up. So these friendships have been very reciprocal, kind of, and it's just been great. So anyway, summer of 2023, things were a-okay, kind of. Still depressed. I was, I kept y'all up to date on my mental health. So still kind of sad and depressed, because I'm like, dang, I can't get a job. Like, nobody is hiring me. I got a degree. I got this. I did that. Like, please, I just need some money. Okay? Like, I can't just be out here unemployed forever. So yeah. And then come fall of 2023, things just got worse. Okay? Like, last year at the end of 2023, they just got worse for me mentally. I was very, very sad and depressed about the situation that I was in. I knew it was time to go, but I still stayed. I don't know why I stayed. I don't know. I was kind of pulling away from this person, and then they realized that, and then it made me just kind of look at things differently. But like I said, I still stayed in the situation that I had no business staying in. I was kind of overwhelmed and sad about the state of the world, with like Palestine and Congo and all of these countries that are like dealing with genocides, y'all. Like, it's really messed my head up a lot, and I stand with humanity. Okay, if anybody wants to know where I stand with humanity and end this genocide. Okay, boycott Starbucks, boycott McDonald's, boycott anybody who you can boycott, because that's just what I've been doing. So if you can't sit out on a fucking Big Mac for one time in your life and go to Wendy's instead, then we just not cool. We don't need to be cool. But anyways, I'm yapping again. Yeah, just things got really dark for me, and I was feeling everything 100% emotionally. I was just feeling it all like a kid, like when a kid cries, they cry as if it's the worst thing in their life. And a lot of my cries in the fall, winter last year were like that, just crying about everything in my life. It wasn't just one thing. It's like something could trigger it, but then I start crying about everything. I'm crying about what happened in 7th grade with Lil Johnny, or just stuff like that. And in the wintertime of last year going into 2024, this situation with the person that I was in, it was so like, I don't know, it was like a tug and pull game, and I was so tired of it. So I realized that, I hate myself, kind of. Like, why am I in this situation? Why am I staying in a situation with this person that does not like me, that doesn't value me, that literally hates me? He can say that he doesn't, but he definitely hated me. And I can't blame him, because I hated myself too. Essentially, I guess that's what it was. I literally hated myself because I allowed so much. So I'm not putting any blame on this person, because I allowed it. Like, I allowed for a lot of things that happened to happen, and I'm not regretful of it. I just wish that I would have done things differently. And now that I know better now, it's like I will never put myself in that position ever again to be hurt, because it literally tore me to pieces. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I felt like the ugliest person in the world at the beginning of this year. I thought things were supposed to like come together, because at first they felt very good. I felt like I knew exactly what I wanted out of life. I knew what I wanted out of this relationship. I knew what I wanted out of like everything. I just knew it all came together for me. And then it all fell apart immediately after. After I expressed that emotion, it all fell apart. I ended up splitting with this person, and we don't talk no more. Like, it's been no contact since, and I'm okay with that. Like, it's fine, because I don't want to have anybody in my life that doesn't value me for me and doesn't like me. Like, if you don't like me, then okay, bye. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me ever again. Don't talk to me ever again. So that's how it's been since. And since then, I've had a clear view of life. I've had a clear view of everything that I want and what I'm willing to do to get it. And obviously with morals, but I don't know. it just feels different now. I feel a lot better. So it's been like a month, not a month. It's been like a couple months since I've spoken to this person. And the things that I've learned since have been interesting. My life completely changed. I'm not going to lie. This is how I know I was just operating from a place of desperation and self-hate, because immediately after that situation, my life got better. Not even going to lie. It sounds crazy, but immediately after that situation ended, maybe not immediately, not overnight, but like within a week or two, I got a raise at my job. I got a new car. I got a new phone. I got 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, which I never even thought I would ever see this day. It's like part of me is like, yeah, I thought I would see this day, but I can't believe that I'm actually seeing the day where I have 20,000 people who decide that they want to subscribe to me. Like, I think that's insane. I don't even know 20,000 people. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy to me that I'm in this position. And you know, just so many different things that I'm very grateful for. I reconnected with some people that I wasn't connected with for a couple years, and it just feels different now. It feels new. It feels pure. And it feels real. And I feel happy, y'all. Like, mentally, I feel like I'm on top of the world. Like, I'm finally getting a me moment, a moment where it's all about me. And I'm not saying that in like a cocky or arrogant kind of way, but like, for the longest, I put everybody else before myself. In that situationship, I put him before me every single time. In my friendships, I put them before me every single time. And now I'm just kind of in a place where I'm like, no, I don't have this for you. I don't have the extra cash for you. I don't have the sympathy to listen about you cry about your boyfriend, or, you know, no shade, no tea. But like, realistically, I was that friend. I was a therapist friend, always here to listen to everybody, always here to give people stuff. And everybody just took from me. Take. But nobody was ever like giving to me. Like, I would ask, or I would hope for people to be there. And yeah, there were people that were there sometimes, but it was inconsistent. And I'm like, well, I'm consistent on your behalf. When you're going through something, I'm always there for you. Or if you're in need of extra cash, I'm always there to give you extra cash. But when it comes to me, you don't ever have it, or you don't ever have the shoulder for me to cry on. And I realized that. And honestly, y'all, I just been cutting people off. Ooh, why'd I say it like that? I've been cutting people off left and right with no remorse. I don't feel bad about it. I actually feel very good about it. And I've been like kind of restoring my faith in like religion, or with God. I don't even want to say religion, because I don't think I'm religious. I'm religious. I think I'm spiritual. You know, this is another conversation for another day, but when you put like a label on it, it's just like you have to follow a perfect path. And I'm not Jesus, bruh. I'm not Jesus, okay? I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, and I'm going to continue making mistakes, not intentionally, but I'm human and I'm not perfect. So, you know, yeah, anyways, I've just been kind of restoring my faith in God, and like just being open to receiving blessings, because it feels like I've been blocking my own blessings for the last couple of years. Like, I've been blocking my own blessings. And now that I'm like open to it, it's like they're just pouring in a good way. Now, it's not all materialistic. Some of the things that I've received is just a peace of mind, y'all. Like, when I tell y'all, my mind used to continuously race every day, all night, crying every night. I cry myself to sleep all the time, or just crying, having anxiety attacks, being fearful of going into the store because I didn't want people to look at me, or, you know, out of fear of having a panic attack. Just so many different things that I've kind of overcome in the last 2.5 months. I don't know. It's only been a short period of time, and there's still so much to go. But when I think about it, I'm just like, wow, I've come so far, and I finally made it through. When I say I finally made it through, I mean like the storm. Because y'all know, if y'all watch my videos and y'all kept up with my mental journey, I've told you guys time and time again that I felt depressed and that I just wanted to be better. I just wanted to be happy. And now I feel happy. I'm not like the happiest girl in the world because I have this and that, but I'm the happiest girl in the world because I finally have a peace of mind, peace. And with peace, sometimes it's going to be silent. Like, I might not have as many friends as I might have used to. I might not have a romantic partner. I might not even have the career that I want yet, but I feel at peace. I have a job that I actually can tolerate, that I don't feel depressed at. I have friends around me or a circle of people that I absolutely love, that I feel like I can confide in just as much as they confide into me. Like, I feel comfortable and I like that. It feels good. And so I don't know what I've been doing. Well, what have I been doing lately? I've been changing up my routine. Obviously, I needed a new routine because the previous one that I had, it involved other people. And now this one just kind of involves me. Of course, like, I include my friends and stuff in my plans and my family. But like the previous routine that I had, it involved thinking about another person romantically and making sure that they're good and worried about them and all this other stuff. So now that that person is no longer in my life and I've just kind of learning to live without them, things have just gotten so much better and I feel a lot better. I feel a lot more happier and more calm. I feel like I'm handling situations a lot differently than I once used to. And I'll be like, girl, did your frontal lobe like develop? I'm only 23. I turned 24 in August, but like, did it develop early? Because what's going on? What's the mindset right now? Like, why do I feel this way? Just things that I used to feel entertained by, I don't feel entertained by. Like, it's childish to me. Like, no shade, no tea to y'all who watch baddies, because I have watched it before, but I don't like it. I feel like it's just a bunch of grown ass women fighting for what? Why are you fighting over a liked tweet? That's just so childish to me. And I don't see how y'all find it as entertainment. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not judging you. If you watch it, do your thing. But for me personally, it's just not my thing anymore. I'm not interested in watching a bunch of grown ass 25+ year old women fighting over dumb stuff, like the dumbest things. But that's not just like the only thing. It's just a lot of different things that I feel like my mindset has changed on. When it comes to like relationships, I'm not eager to get into one. I definitely, like I said, I was in a period of self-hate, definitely hated myself, girl. That's why I allowed so much to happen in my last situation and why I stayed for so long, because I was just essentially desperate to be loved. Okay. I wanted somebody to love me the way that I loved them. It never happened. So it is what it is. And now that I look back on it, it's very embarrassing. So I'm not getting into detail until I don't feel embarrassed about it anymore. I feel embarrassed still, but I have to remind myself that, you know, a lot of women, pretty much every girl has went through a situation where they stayed with a person or stayed in a situation longer than they should have. And now, yeah, this was my moment. Okay. Stayed in a situation much longer than I should have because I thought, you know, things would change. And you, like I said, you can't change nobody unless they want to change. So had to learn that the hard way, had to get my heart broken, had to cry, had to be depressed to learn that. But we learned it, okay? We got the message. Thank you, God. We got the message. What am I trying to say now? I guess just like, I'm very grateful to be in this position now. I'm glad that I'm finding space to love myself again and having the time to love myself again. I've been spending so much time in nature, y'all. Like, when people say go work out, go to the parks and be in nature, they don't fuck around. They was not joking. It feels so good. Like, lately I've been going every single day to the park to just spend time around nature, the trees, the grass, the birds, everything. It feels really good. It's beautiful outside. It just makes you appreciate life so much more, and I definitely have. And I don't know, like, it brings a lot more happiness to my mindset. For a very long time, I was also kind of addicted to a substance. Some people they'll be like, oh, you can't get addicted to weed and da-da-da-da. But the truth is you can. Like, I don't know who told y'all that. You can get addicted to anything. Water, if it's that deep, you can get addicted to water. But I was addicted to just kind of getting high all the time, because that's the only time that I felt happy. The only time that I felt like, you know, life was worth living. in a sense. Sorry to say it that way, but that's just the truth. I've stopped doing that, and I feel so much better about it. Like, at first it was definitely hard to let go, because, you know, when you've done something every day for years, or a year or two, however long, you get used to it. It's comfortable. So it wasn't comfortable at first, but I feel a lot better now that I've kind of overcome that, and I feel, how do you say it? I feel free. I feel like in control of my life again. Like, I don't need this. I don't need a substance. I don't need a person. I don't need anything to love myself or to feel happy in life. And that's something we have to just realize. Like, you just got to take control of your life again. And that's what I've been doing lately. I've just literally taken control of me and elevating my life day by day. And I'm very just 10 out of 10 happy. Okay. 10 out of 10 happy. Yeah, I mean, I just got really deep in this entire podcast. I'm not gonna lie, but hey, that's what we're here to do. And I hope that y'all can like listen to this and feel a little bit of, if you can relate, I hope that the parts that you relate on, I hope that it's not the negative parts. I hope you're not depressed, and I hope you're not going through a situationship that you shouldn't be in. But if you are, my advice to you is to love yourself. Like, take a step back, look at your situation, and assess it. If you are doing things because you just want to feel something, you want to feel loved by somebody else, or you want to feel seen by somebody else, take a step back and just leave that situation. End it, dead it, cut it off, ghost them. Okay, don't ghost them. Give them an explanation. Say, hey, I'm just not feeling it. I can't do this anymore. Whatever the case may be, and just dead it, because your mental health and your well-being is more important than any relationship in your life, no matter if that's platonic, family, or romantic, you know? So yeah, and if you're overwhelmed with school, take a moment to assess it, you know, take a step back, realize that, you know, you're doing it for a greater purpose, and keep pushing. Because even though, listen, y'all, I was very close to dropping out of school a couple of times, but I didn't do it. I kept pushing, even though I graduated a year late, but we still did it. And it don't matter how long it takes you to do it. Just keep going. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say. I guess just overall, I wanted to kind of give y'all a breakdown about me, who I am, the things that I've kind of been through in the last couple of years. If I go into detail about all of these situations, it may be in a different podcast, so just stay tuned. I want to say thank y'all so much for listening to me today, because I just yapped a whole bunch today about a lot of stuff that I don't even know. So thank you, and I am so appreciative of each and every last one of y'all for watching, for listening, for hearing my story. Kind of, there's so much more to it. Let me know what y'all want to see on the podcast, like topics that y'all want me to talk about. I already have like a list of things that I definitely want to engage on and talk about. I want to have guests. So if you would like to be a guest and I know you, let me know, because I'm kind of still shy. I'm still shy, y'all. So I can't just be letting random people up on here. I don't even know you like that. So it's going to be hard to have the conversation. But I do want to have other people join me, and we just kind of talk and bounce off of each other's ideas and conversations and stuff like that. This is gonna be unedited. I think I might have no, I didn't cut it, but this is gonna be unedited because podcasts typically aren't edited, so y'all getting the raw me with the breathing and everything. So yeah, I want to say thank you once more, and I love you all so much. I will see y'all in the next Pretty Party podcast.